Hello, it's Buddha Pickle here, and I wanted to do an update. I've done some thinking about how I'm going to go ahead and uh, do this diet plan. It's going to be over the course of the next year, so let's start with numbers. At my peak, I was 333 pounds. I might be a little bit less than that, but that's a recent number. Um, my goal over the course of the next year is to lose 111 pounds to get down to 222. That would be 1/3 of my total weight. That's a big goal. And I will do periodic updates on my progress. And I've given a lot of consideration to the method that I'm going to use for dieting. Because the idea here is that I want to be an encouragement to other people. But we're really looking at how does someone who's older, already heavy, and may have injury problems lose weight. There's, of course, a lot of standard diets. I have some friends that are on Atkins, where you minimize your carb intake or eliminate it completely, and they're pretty successful with that. I'm going to use a little bit more of a common sense approach, and specifically, I'd like to throw in some 12-step philosophy on that, and maybe make that maybe more of the rule. I have some experience with 12-step philosophy. I know there's, a lot of different organizations. It really started with AA, and there's NA, there's GA, there's OA. I may join an OA group, Overeaters Anonymous. I had a friend who's in OA right now and had a great deal of success, but the more I study the 12-step philosophy, it's been around. Bill Wilson basically established it with Dr. Bob back in the 30s. And that program has helped hundreds of thousands of people with compulsion, addiction, etc., things like that. And that's the method I'm going to use to be able to lose 111 pounds over a week. Now I'm thinking 52 weeks, that's 104 pounds. I'm shooting for 111, so roughly 2 pounds a week. That doesn't seem to be, something that's too extreme or not attainable. I think that's kind of what most people recommend to be kind of the healthy range, 2 pounds a week, something like that. I have done extreme dieting in the past, and actually all the weight's come back, but we're really going to look at helping people that are older, already heavy, and maybe have some injury issues. So I'm going to do some calisthenics, perhaps like chair yoga, things like that, low impact, to increase my metabolism. By common sense, I'm going to mean, if there's a plate of cookies there, if you have to have one, have a taste. Don't grab a handful of them, things like that. I work in an office where there's a lot of food that gets put out. And sometimes, you feel that obligation, like, well, if somebody took the effort to put it out, you really kind of need to oblige them. And I need to reconsider that and say, no, my health comes first. And a lot of times, when people are, we want to go out for dinner or ice cream or whatever, no can be a complete sentence. And people don't necessarily need to know why. But, if you just tell people, hey, I'm trying to be health conscious, I'm trying to lose weight, generally people won't, push an issue of, unless you have an Italian grandmother. Whoo boy, yeah, then you're in trouble. But, so we're gonna introduce 12-step over the next 12 weeks or so, and we're gonna use that as our underlying, underpinning weight loss philosophy. I've already started with kind of being aware of what I want to, or what I'm going to allow myself to eat, and being aware of, portions and things like that. And we'll learn more about that as time goes on. And like I said, I'm going to share with you what I know about 12-step philosophy. Just a quick rundown. The heart of a 12-step program, it's really spiritual in nature. And we need to consider that man is both physical, well, not both, but man is a physical, an intellectual, and a spiritual being. And we could talk for days about, what that means as far as where does intellect overlap spirit, how does the spirit communicate with the body, all these things. And we're not going to chase too much on that. The idea of 12-step philosophy is that you get help from a power that's greater than yourself. And, it doesn't have to be any specific religious affiliation. It's just a power greater than yourself. And we'll explore more on that later. But it basically is a spiritual program. And again, I believe that people are composed of body, mind, and spirit. Maybe a quick, a demonstration of the evidence of spirit is the fact that man can appreciate art. And nowhere else in the animal kingdom do we see an appreciation of art. Able to create literature or to read and appreciate literature. Those things are evidence of an intellect, and I think to some extent a spirit too. Man is spirit of man is the drive to succeed in life, to have security, to have companionship. Those are spiritual needs too. So as we go on, we're going to look at that. But I've set it out. Buddha Pickle's goal for the upcoming year, 2015, lose 111 pounds, 1/3 of my body weight. And we're going to do it sensibly. We're going to use a 12-step philosophy. And we're going to be able to encourage each other in this process. So with that, I'm going to say it's Buddha Pickle signing out. And have a good night.